Guys, we're in Stockholm again, not in Florence anymore.
Unfortunately.
And like always, it's
Jordan?
and Michał, and we're in the Stockholm city. We have Dramaten behind us, but we're gonna talk about what we're gonna talk about today.
About Pitti, actually.
Yeah, we are still pretty
We are still-
excited
yeah,
about
exactly.
it. So much happened, and
We never really came back, right? In our mind, we are still there.
no, you know that is this song like "Summertime Sadness." It's
Exactly.
post PT sadness.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
PTSD. I think we should rename the trauma.
That's really cool. We need to patent it or something. PTSD. Yeah, but guys, why even we went on PT and what was so great? It's really hard to describe, but
Yeah.
when you have a passion and you want to share this passion with somebody, you have maybe a bunch of nerds like us here in Stockholm.
Yeah.
But Swedish people, they're not the most outgoing.
No, exactly. And I would say that for people like us, we are coming from a different culture. I'm French, you're Polish.
Polish, yeah.
And I would say that where we are coming from, people are a bit more open.
Yeah.
But it's not, I mean, I'm from north of France and people are quite like Swedes, I would say, in many ways, which is something that I also appreciate because I'm a bit
Yeah.
made of this. But sometimes it's nice also to be in environment, and I would say that Swedish people feels the same because every time they go abroad, they like this type of attitude.
Yeah, and
actually.
it's so different because those fellow Swedes that were at PT, they were more outgoing.
Yeah.
But guys, so today's 29th episode of Suit
Yeah.
Yourself, a
Yeah.
menswear podcast, will be about Pitti Uomo, about the men's fair, men's expo, menswear expo. Why go there? Why even bother to just stand on
Yeah.
a on a square and talk with other people? Yeah. So stay tuned. So the thing is that about PT, I think that you cannot find so many menswear nerds at the same time at the same
Yeah.
spot.
Exactly. For me, it was the first time, so I had like mixed expectations.
Yeah, what
I
was your
wa-
expectations actually?
I was wondering if it's gonna be a lot of fakeness
Yeah,
and
yeah.
a lot of people because you see all those pictures of people just waiting and being on their phone and so on and
Pretending and just waiting for someone to
Pretending.
take pictures. I were there.
yeah.
I was like this for my first PT. I was just trying to look important.
Yeah. It feels like
And-
PT has changed a bit, no? I don't know because I didn't see that much of this. Of course, there is still and there will always be, but a lot of time, and especially for us, we have been working a lot there. So when we were on
Yeah.
our phones, it was not to pretend we were.
I mean,
definitely doing a lot of
I
things.
was posting, I was talking with other people, but
Yeah.
my first time I was just trying to be important and for people to take a Vogue picture
Yeah,
of
yeah,
me.
yeah,
And it
exactly.
didn't work because the people. I think that photographers actually feel this fakeness.
Yeah.
So this time we went with a couple of ideas. We wanted to record some funny reels. We wanted to record some interviews, like I recorded without having the podcast last year, and also podcast episodes. And
Yeah.
I need to say that the tempo was pretty high at
Really, yeah.
PT.
But much more fun, no? Don't you think?
It was fun. It was
Yeah.
fun, but all those parties, like I mean, we need to next time we need to prepare a bit better, just to have some time just to enjoy.
To
it.
enjoy. Yeah, it's true that it was a bit hectic. So when we arrived, first of all, coming from Sweden, no sleep at night at all, and one
Yeah,
of the
because
warmest
we
days.
we were greedy and we booked the cheapest flight.
Exactly. But then we arrived in advance, and basically it was one of the warmest days. So it like
Yeah,
dries.
40 degrees, guys.
Yeah, it was very drying. It was very difficult. And right away we started shooting things, and it's been like this until the last very day. So it was a mix of a lot of things to do, hectic, but super pleasant in that regard, and a lot of parties and gathering with people that are also, I must say, amazing.
Yeah, the thing is that when I was first time, I was just hanging out with Polish people because I didn't know
Very
other
cool
people.
crowd, by the way.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it also changed.
Yeah.
Because in the beginning, the Polish crowd was much different.
Mm.
They were like more a bit older than me
Yeah,
people,
yeah, okay.
and then now like I feel like I'm the oldest. I'm the daddy of them all. But it was just so cool because I met a lot of people from for the first time,
Yeah,
Polish people.
yeah,
Yeah, it was for the first time I met guys from Poszetka. I met
nice. Yeah.
guys from Buczyński, a lot of Polish brands. So the Polish crowd was actually pretty strong.
And pretty diverse and
Yeah.
very fun guys. I would say some of the most fun guys I met there at Pitti. Of course, for me it was a lot of French guys that I've been in touch with.
French speaking also, guys.
French-speaking guys also, yeah, exactly. A lot of people coming from all around the world actually speaks French, but it was a lot of fun because I could feel from a distance that those guys are nice and cool and they are genuine. But when you meet them and you realize, all right, they're actually really like they pretend to be, and they are even more fun. So it enhances this moment of feeling that we belong to a certain crowd of people
Mhm.
that are cool guys, genuinely interested in what they are doing, and that they can really bring their own passion, because we all have our nerdy passion for different aspects
Mhm.
of the fashion or of what we like in menswear tailoring, and you bring this passion to the others. And of course, one common passion was probably Negronis
Yeah, Negroni
and
and
nice
cigars.
parties and exactly cigars and just enjoying life. And I would say that a lot of people are just making those pictures to pretend, but it's not so. We don't really pretend. It's really enjoyable. We really enjoy ourselves
Like
there.
if you're not, if you've never been to PT, you don't understand it. But you know, all those guys that have almost 1 million followers on Instagram, they are so approachable. You can just
Yeah.
talk to them. They are there just to be visible, just to actually gain new followers, gain new likes, gain new comments, gain new friends. Because PT is all about networking.
Yeah.
If you're going with your own brand, you also want to just talk with people. You're not there to just to pretend, just to
Yeah.
be important. There are some people like
It's work in that regard.
those old icons that they actually tend to be a bit sulky, that they are
Yeah.
so famous and they don't want to talk to others. You need to be
But not
maybe.
so much, to be
Yeah,
honest. Yeah.
but you know, that was a few years ago.
Yeah.
I stopped going on PT because I was just like, come on, like I just wanted to talk with somebody, even give some compliments, and they just disappeared. But not anymore. Like I think PT changed. There are a lot of new people, a lot of Americans, a
Yeah.
lot of Latino Americans
Yeah.
with really cool
Very nice
style,
people.
tailors. Because you know, guys, in the developed countries, like tailoring a bit died,
Yeah.
and it's a lot of brands, they want to bring it to life again.
Yeah.
But
A lot of makers actually
yeah,
we can meet there, actual
yeah,
tailor, because what we are doing, I am not a tailor. I've been
no,
working with in a bespoke atelier. I've been working with tailors. I have always tried to bring what they are doing as an art, and this is extremely passionating, but that's not what we are doing. So being able to mingle with those people that are from all over the world is extremely interesting, because their approach is different and they will bring their own culture in what they are making. So
exactly.
super
Different
fascinating.
style, different cuts. It's all about, I think, to find your own style and find some inspirations at PT. Like right now,
Yeah.
I'm trying to design my next suit, and I was just browsing PT
Yeah.
pictures.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just so cool. Like the cut here, the fabric from this guy, even those, you know, those two Indian guys that
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
interviewed. Guys, just check out our Instagram, because we have a lot of short, interesting interviews with guys that are into menswear, and we interviewed two Indian guys. I never met other Indian guys, so it was really
Yeah.
cool just to even hear how their fashion menswear market in India changed,
Yeah.
and how actually they are changing it. And you know, the other Jeet actually got over 20,000 views already
Ah,
with the
very
beard.
nice.
I mean, his beard was just so fantastic. So
Exactly. Jealous.
I guess the beard worked. Yeah.
No, but exactly, and I would say that if there was two big trends out there, it was of course the suiting, as always. Pink was very strong this year.
Yeah,
You can tell.
yeah, exactly.
You were wearing a pink suit, so this light color was very nice, and we have seen it in all types of fabric shades,
A lot of pastel
cotton.
colors, even
Exactly.
green pastels. But that's not new, because I
No,
think it was last year as well,
and I
and
would
even
say
like 10 years ago.
yeah, and exactly. That's also where I'm going out. There was also a lot of more Americana, more army
like
inspired.
streetwear, yeah, military wear.
Exactly, and this has always been like this, and it always comes back.
It
And
wasn't like this. Like 10 years ago, no.
no, yeah,
It
not
was
10
more
years ago.
suiting. It was more suits with ties.
Yeah,
When you had a more relaxed fit, nobody took pictures of you.
yeah,
You
yeah,
needed
yeah.
to have a tie at Pitti.
Yeah, yeah.
But right now it feels like you should be more relaxed.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And
It
even
works
the
a lot.
cuts. I remember like in 2017 I recorded one guy, Leonida Ferrarese, Italian guy from Bottega d'Almut,
Okay.
from Puglia, and he had this pastel pink suit, but it was slim fit.
Well,
And
yeah,
now
yeah. No,
the
it's
fits are
way
more
wider,
relaxed.
more traditional, I would say.
Yeah,
They are.
more like they're more breathable, more
Yeah.
relaxed, more comfortable.
Yeah,
And that's and the PT is more relaxed as well.
Yeah, exactly. I could feel this, and a lot of inspiration from the 50s and so on. Well, shout out to Loic, bien lui en a pris for the amazing army-inspired wear that
Yeah,
he was
he
showcasing there.
got some exposure.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And we were talking about network, and I think that's interesting to give some numbers actually. People, so he was saying to me that he got like in last month 1 million in terms
Exactly.
of exposure.
Even
and
more,
we
I
have felt
think.
the same. You also have been getting a lot of exposure. Myself, I might have gained like 400 in a week followers, and it keeps growing. So this is definitely something that is super important. This networking moment is super important for what we are doing. And again, it might feel silly from the outside, those numbers, but I mean, when you are working in the industry, those things are super important. Exposure is all you are fighting for, basically.
Yeah, but if you're even like menswear enthusiast, just go there because you can actually just buy a ticket.
Yeah, yeah, it's quite easy.
It's like maybe 25 euros or something. And you can. We didn't have time to check those booths inside, but if you're interested in finding some menswear brands, just go there.
Yeah, that's
the,
the funny
weather
thing.
the weather is nice. You can get some freebies. You can meet
Yeah,
some
a lot.
interesting people, and you know everyone is just so approachable. Nobody will say like, "Oh, sorry, but I don't have time." If you're just just a shy guy from like menswear nerd, just don't be afraid.
No, you will see. I still remember this moment after the famous and very famous party from W. Brown magazine, which is at Harris Bar, and it's a fantastic party. And I remember of feeling, well, going out of this, you feel like you own the city because you know
Yeah.
everyone at every corners of the street. Everyone is so
Exactly.
friendly, and you have been partying a bit with the people from
With
before.
live music, with Negronis
Yeah,
or wine, with
exactly.
cigars, specially made cigars just for just for the party.
Amazing ones, though.
Yeah, a lot of people, and you know, guys, the entrance was for everyone.
Yeah, yeah, kind
Entry.
of. Yeah.
Yeah,
It
you
was
didn't
very
need to
easy.
have any invitation, so that's the thing.
And
it-
still, you have the best people of Pitti that goes there. You know,
Mm.
the most interesting, the most fun, the most also known and renowned. So it's quite amazing that it is that open. Actually.
And it's also like okay, it's an evening party, and you thought you will think that you have some kind of dress code, like cocktail maybe, or maybe more formal. No,
no.
guys were in even t-shirts, in wife beaters.
I
And
was in a quite relaxed also myself type of attire, and it got like a lot of people pushed a picture that Loic
Yeah.
took of me, and it took me by surprise because I was really. It was the last day. I wanted to wear something relaxed. I had blood on my feet because
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
a feature
everyone.
we don't talk about, but you destroy your feet there.
Yeah.
I was wearing red socks just to hide the blood.
So it
And
matches
it
the
was
blood.
quite a cool outfit. But yeah, it got big, and on social, a lot of people were, oh, that's one of the most amazing fit. So you can really be yourself, I would say.
Yeah, but another thing, if you're going to Florence on Pitti Uomo in the summer, just the struggle is with all those Airbnbs always.
Yeah.
This
Not easy to find a spot.
no, but we wanted to be in the city center just to be approachable, that people can join us. But you know, I don't think that anyone will join us because the weather is just too nice and we're working. But yeah, of course, you need to have plasters because you get blisters. You need to wear your shoes before you're taking. Not like me, I took 4 pairs of new loafers, and everyone just
When will
had.
you learn?
I mean, that's so important. But you have the excitement, you have the adrenaline, and you don't feel the pain. But then you're going back to, I wanted to say Warsaw, to Stockholm, and you feel it was midsummer here,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so it was empty and it was just so different. Even the weather. But for us, trip to Florence was even cheaper than staying here.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I mean, Florence is always going to be Florence. I wasn't there for maybe 15 years last time, and I've been there quite a lot. It never changes, and that's the beauty of this kind of cities. A lot of cities in Italy, they remain the same forever. They are like, frozen in time, and you will always have this beautiful places. So the frame by default is just amazing. But if you're also a menswear nerd, I met a lot of guys that were very new to this actually, and they were
Yeah.
just friend to friends or people that have something related to PT one or another. And people are so approachable that you can mingle, especially if you're, I don't know, in a crowd of people that talks the same language as you. You're interested in this. Very easy to enter the PT. Very easy to chit chat with people. Very easy to find some parties and break the ice slowly but surely, and then end up having a very amazing PT, even though you're not really from this universe in the
No, and
beginning.
get some Vogue cover, maybe.
Exactly. Why not?
Yeah, but just by mistake, just oh yeah, just I had some nice outfit, and I got some Vogue picture in the magazine or on the website. Yeah, so
Yeah,
it's
it seems to
pretty
be the
easy.
ground for everyone. This Vogue thing.
Yeah, yeah. I remember that one year I went to PT, and I hired a photographer that actually take pictures for Vogue and to
Mm,
this like get the images.
yeah.
I paid him, and I thought that maybe some magazine will buy this picture. No,
Yeah.
the outfit was not good enough. But yeah,
Harsh.
I just went there, and I thought that I can just buy myself a
A Vogue
Vogue
cover.
picture or
Vogue
something.
picture.
No, it's not working like this.
Ah.
It's about being genuine there.
Yeah, it's a bit of a, and we need to explain to people because a lot of people that will watch us will think, all right, that's a bit weird what you decided to want to be featured and so on. But you need to understand that uh, networking is super important because this is our work in many ways, what we are doing there. And it's not about our ego. It's about getting more views, getting more attention, make us grow, gives us more opportunities to work with other brands. And it's working. So, of course, in many ways, we are blessed because we are working in an environment that we love. It's about a passion.
Yeah,
It's not something that
I'm
you can really fake, to be honest. But it's still a lot of work. So those things are needed.
I mean, you could say that it's very like shallow what we are doing, but guys, you're listening to us, and we want to have more exposure, we want to have more likes,
Yeah,
we want to,
and we grew a lot
yeah,
actually thanks to this PT. The podcast is exploding all the scores. Many people came on the Instagram page.
exactly,
Also, the YouTube episode got a lot of exposure.
yeah.
So for us, it's amazing because yeah, it's, I mean, coming here on Sundays to record. It's a lot of work
Yeah,
for us.
that's our only day off in the week.
Yeah, exactly. And we
Exactly.
are not really taking it. We are,
No.
I mean, it's pleasant to talk about those things, but we want this to have some, I mean, we are trying to bring something interesting. We are not just here to get views. We are really trying genuinely to bring our passion and to explain a bit also some rules and so on. But basically, at the end of the day, to be yourself.
And one thing, guys, because we were actually talking about, we talked about it with Chris, our photographer, but not with you. Like a lot of people would like to be interviewed, but they are not here in Stockholm.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't know if guys you would like to have some interviews that we are sitting in a studio and somebody is on Zoom or some kind of internet connection, because the quality of the sound will be worse.
Yeah, it's not going to be the same
Yeah,
as
and
being
it's
in
not
real
gonna be
life.
the same like sitting. So the thing is that we're trying to work on suit yourself on tour,
Yeah,
to go to
exactly.
different cities, to book some interviews, for example, in Paris, in I don't know, Berlin, or even in Warsaw, to
Yeah.
interview like at least maybe 3 persons,
Yeah.
and then go back. But it also then just we need to have some, I guess, some budget for that.
Yeah, exactly. Because everything that we are doing is on us at the moment. But we really had a good taste of how it is to be outside. Hence, also the reason why we're outside today. We
Yeah.
just like it. We need to enjoy changing a bit environment, and being out in Pitti really give us a taste to go and meet actually those people that we met there in their own environment.
Yeah, so guys, just remember, share, comment, like, and all of the above.
That's the best help you can give
Follow
us.
us on YouTube, follow us on Instagram, everywhere. Even if you're just listening on Spotify, it gives us a lot.
Yeah, and we
Yeah.
really appreciate it, because all the effort that we are giving, we feel that it's it for some people it's worth doing it, and I would say the numbers are showing that many more people are interested in what we are doing.
A lot of young people were there at
Exactly.
Pitti Uomo.
Yeah, yeah,
Even
exactly.
the guy from South America, I forgot his name again. He was 21, already has a lot of followers on Instagram.
Yeah, exactly, from
Uh,
Brazil.
yeah, exactly. So it's interesting that a lot of like older guys maybe they're not at PT anymore, but we have the new generation coming. A lot of
Yeah,
menswear enthusiasts and
it's a very diverse crowd.
giving a lot, giving something fresh and new
Yeah,
style. Not so many.
new perspectives.
What was your favorite from PT? Like outfits or trends?
Well, I would say that actually interesting, because it's about another. It's linked to another comment that I was about to make. There's a lot of women as well there, actually,
Women.
and yeah, exactly. But I mean, doing PT and being interesting in menswear in many ways, and that was super interesting, very
Yeah, there
refreshing
were
for
two
us.
American girls. They were recording a lot, and I never seen them before.
Yeah, exactly. And there's new crowd of tailors as well, women tailor.
Ah, yes,
Uh,
I met some Ukrainian from
Exactly,
Vienna.
exactly. So very refreshing, and I would say that we also had a talk with Brit, in case of Brit, which was super nice, super interesting.
Yeah.
But also, this is the kind of new perspective that I was trying to get, because obviously all the looks that I've seen, except for those, I would say, Indian guys, that was very refreshing also. But everything I've saw that one way or another. But the female perspective was super interesting and super refreshing, because they have a lot of freedom in the way they are
Yeah,
wearing garments.
they don't need to follow any rules because rules were made for guys.
Yeah, exactly. And this is quite interesting. I mean, at the end of the day, in menswear, you still want to look like a man, I would say. And this is good. This is what we're trying to also project. But I would say that getting some inspiration from female in this freedom can help you getting a bit more you at the end of the day, and this is something to keep. So I would say it's more than a specific thing, it's more a state of mind that I would take from this PT. What about you?
I mean, my favorite trend was that you don't need to wear a shirt with a suit.
Yeah,
You know why?
because it was
Because
warm.
like, no, not even. You know, I have my own shirt brand, Scolare, and my shirts are made to measure.
Yeah.
I also I sell ready to wear, but I cannot wear ready to wear that much. So mine are actually made to measure, and I need to change my size every half a year.
Okay.
So when I can just wear a knitted polo or like a t-shirt, this Miami
helps.
Vice look, it's just so much comfortable. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't need to press the shirt. I don't need to iron it. I don't need to hang it on the hanger. I just can fold it and then wear it right away. So it's just so easy, and I love it. Like for in the beginning, I was a bit skeptical with wearing a collar. Oh, shirt collar, polo shirt collar on
Yeah,
the
on
lapel,
the
but
yeah.
right now it's just the favorite. Neckerchiefs, less pocket squares, less ties,
Yeah, yeah.
more something relaxed. That even opening a double-breasted suit, you know,
Yeah.
there's the rule that you shouldn't because you'll just look like a bat.
Yeah,
But it's
that's the
just
beauty of it.
the cats are you know when you had slim fit trousers and you open the jacket, then
Yeah.
it looked strange.
Yeah, yeah.
But when all the suit is more relaxed.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah, exactly.
and the jacket is open. It just looks cool.
That's what I was wearing. I was wearing a double-breasted black Irish linen suit, and it was open all the time, and it was just so comfortable, and with a T-shirt even.
And it's also something that you shouldn't wear black during the day. But you know, in a
Who
casual,
cares, you know? To be
like
honest, at the end
like
of the day, and that's what we talked about. We have been talking about this in the past. There are rules, and those rules are interesting for some reason. And what is interesting is to decode the rules, why they exist, to be able to break some, not all of them, but some rules can be broken, and then it makes it more you.
and another thing, you know, the cocktail party at Villa Medici, Harry's Bar, the WM Brown, a lot of nice dinner or smoking jackets with
Oh yeah,
big, flashy, flamboyant patterns like Angel Ramos.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
so cool.
yeah, yeah.
So cool. I'm looking for something like that. Angel, you can hit me up if you wanna give me some jacket. I would appreciate it. Even one. No, cool. This guy is muscular and it just
Yeah,
looks so cool on him. Even a fellow Swede, Flannels and Tweed, Andreas.
yeah, yeah.
Last year he jumped in the pool in I think a jacket
Yeah,
from Angel Ramos.
yeah, exactly. At
Exactly.
least like a army pattern, kind of, right?
Angel Ramos had more like something Indian, more like patterns or
Yeah,
something. But Andreas had flowers.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly.
really cool. So
Yeah,
so I'm actually gonna order something like that for my next PT, and we are going in January. I already booked the tickets.
yeah, yeah.
It's
But
just very different.
I will book them right after. But I mean, it's just so nice. And the whole feeling around it was just so nice, and it's kind of nice by default that you just want to come back all the time. And it's been 2 weeks now, and it feels like I don't know. It feels like yesterday, and it already feels very far at the same time. You know, so we cannot wait to meet the friends again, and just to be honest, just to mingle and to have like chit chatting about whatever, and just that you long is this feeling of longing to get back to it, which makes the party even more interesting around it, right?
Exactly, and the thing is that you can just record a lot of interviews because to show what those people actually that you see on Instagram that are just regular people. They are menswear nerds like we are. So
Yeah, but also, and that's it. With this, you get also a lot of new brands to discover, and that's why it was super interesting to interview all those people, because they are giving us a lot of new perspective. There's a lot of brands that they are more local, so they are quite famous locally, but for us, we don't really have the opportunity to take a look at them, or to look at them. Although nowadays you can buy from all around the world.
yeah, a lot of those brands they have trunk shows. For example, one brand that I'm really interested in, and I would like to have some. I had just one garment I got from Color
Color,
Tailor,
yeah, yeah, they're amazing.
from those guys from Hong Kong.
Yeah.
No, Korea. Sorry,
It's
Korea.
South Korea,
South
right?
Korea,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So nice suits. Just look, they look so retro, but at the same time fresh.
Yeah, they have. I mean, and I would say that's the Asian crowd most of the time. Hong Kong guys, Japanese, South Korean. They have a way of. It feels so naturally elegant on them. They really tackle those very. I mean, those neutral colors that we're so used to, gray and navy blues, and you would think it's boring. It's never boring on them. It's always
I
amazing.
mean, the fits are so nice. You know why? Because it's something like there's a connection between how women wear menswear that they don't have any rules and
Yeah,
they can just break the rules and get the best from every garment or every like style. And
yeah,
it's also the thing with Asian tailoring because the tailoring in Asia is quite kind of fresh
yeah, yeah.
because
It's true.
it comes just from Great Britain, Italy, something from America, sack suit. So you know, in Italian suits are more tailored, more slimmer, more
Yeah.
close to your body. British is something very classic.
Yeah, it's more normal that
Yes,
you're looking
armor
for.
exactly. No Napolitan
It's more
shoulder or
stiff.
something. More stiff, more like looking like very ironed and very proper.
Yeah.
American, a bit oversized, a bit loose, and I guess it's something that I don't know, 90s, for example, style.
And you have the
Frank
French style,
Sinatra.
which is the best of all the words
What?
above.
How can you describe the French style then? Because I know the three styles,
Yeah.
but French style, I don't know much about it.
It's always been difficult to translate it because jokes aside, it's true that it's a bit
A
in the
mix,
middle.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit a mix. So we are really in between the English and the Italians. There's more flair in the way we are wearing our garments. There's more freedom. There's still some structure to the garment, so this is a bit the English side, but with an Italian vibe in the way of wearing them. So wider lapels, a bit more, yeah, constructed, a bit more relaxed in the way of wearing it. That's really, I mean, some brands, for example, like Husband, I think they are very good at translating this. They are
What
taking
brand?
that Husband,
Okay.
which is a brand that is located in Paris. And they have this quality of bringing back from the 70s a bit certain cuts and this attitude that was stronger back then. So yes, it's some kind of a mix. But I would say that what the Asian are doing,
Yeah, they are just taking the best from every
exactly,
style.
they are even
And
better.
that's why it looks so good, because they are not limited. There's
No.
nothing like Asian cut or Asian tailoring.
No.
They can take spalla camicia, they can
Yeah.
take barchetta with British heavy fabrics and construction.
And why also? It's a lot, and we talked about this before, but it's good to remind it. It's about the attitude, because they are genuine. You can tell that they are wearing the garments. It's themselves, you know. It's their second skin. They are very. They have this natural elegance, and they can be very relaxed as well. But you need to wear the clothes and not the other way around.
But
So
you know, they are still relaxed, but they never look sloppy.
no, exactly.
So it's always like very ironed and.
That's something I would say to teach yourself as a person. The taste and the elegance is not something that comes naturally. It's something that you work on.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, you follow those rules that we talked about before, and then when you are advanced, you don't have time for the rules anymore. You just grow, you become more yourself, but you still keep some attention to certain details, and that's how you should grow in life, generally speaking.
You know how it works, because you know about the breaking rules and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, it's summer, so we wear loafers with the invisible socks. So,
Yeah.
but socks are back. That's a trend.
That's funny. I met a French guy there at Pitti who told me I had socks, and he was like, "Yeah, that's good that you have socks." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm a bit warm, so I will quickly wear invisible socks." He's like, "Why would you do this?" I'm like, "Why not?" He's like, "Because that's for women."
Oh, really?
And I was like, "What? What do you mean?"
That's strange, especially when it comes from someone from Pitti. But you know, I
Exactly.
got a message from one guy, Swedish guy, and he asked me why you wore white socks with loafers, no invisible socks.
They were confused.
Yeah, and that because I can.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I just want it.
And to be fair, there's been a lot more people wearing those white socks in the past year.
There was police passing by. I thought that they're gonna. It's
Oh,
maybe
they're
fashion
for us.
police.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm not
you're
wearing
not
socks.
wearing socks.
Sorry. No, but exactly. It's that's the thing. Those rules need to be broken, but it needs to it needs to work still. You know,
But there's one rule about socks. I
Yeah.
think it's legit.
shouldn't be too short.
Yeah, but when you wear a tie, you should wear socks.
Yeah. I mean,
Easy.
I agree with this. Although, if I were to see a Napolitan guy doing the other way around, I would probably say, he's Italian, so he got a pass with this. But if you're not Italian, probably you don't get a pass. So don't do it.
But you know, cats are more relaxed. Trousers are wider, so actually you cannot even see the ankles right now.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like before the trousers were like 7/8 and
Yeah.
the ankles were visible, and some people were even like folding, rolling the trousers.
Exactly.
No, this is no, don't do that
No,
anymore.
and I would say that nowadays, I mean, even 5 years ago, even at PT, that is quite advanced, people were wearing way shorter trousers.
Yeah, because it was a trend
Yeah, exactly. And
10 years
nowadays
ago.
we're going back to something that is way more tailored, way more natural, and that goes a bit lower, which still works with without socks when you are wearing shoes that goes lower enough. So
Yeah.
loafers in that case. So it's good to see that we are going back, and I would say
Again.
it's a cycle exactly, but we are going back to something that is better, generally speaking,
I
in the
mean,
cuts.
it just looks cooler, and for the record, it's also easier for tailors to even make trousers that are looser on you.
Yeah, exactly. It's just more comfortable. It's gonna look better. You know, when you have something that on your trousers start wrinkling, it's not very clean and so
Yeah.
on. It's because it's probably too tight.
Yeah.
And that's a bit a mindset to try. And I would say try trousers a bit wider, and you will have a hard time going back.
I love how people want to be in our podcast, just passing by,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
showing their outfits.
It was
Guys,
the same at Pitti.
just comment which of the past buyers wore the best outfit.
Please come in. Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
All
it's
right.
okay.
You can. You're welcome. You can note those outfits as well. Everyone is
Yeah, that
participating.
was a very similar color to my pink suit,
Exactly.
pink salmon suit.
She has
Yeah.
probably seen the PT.
Yeah, but even the stroller was color coordinated. See?
Actually, yes.
Yeah, really. Or maybe it was with jacket or something.
I will need to go to this pink place at some point. I remember last time I wore pink was very long time ago when I was a teen, actually.
But that suit got a lot of compliments in Stockholm. But everyone was just staring.
Yeah, I can
Yeah.
imagine. Because here in Stockholm, when you are wearing, so yeah, coming back, and that's also interesting because the environment wear on us, even for ourselves that are quite advanced and we kind of wear what we want. It's like I mentioned before in another podcast, we still adapt to the environment. And I would say that at PT, we could really deliver whatever we wanted. And when we came back, we were like,
But
still in this
it's
PT
also
mood, you know?
the Florence. It's a lot of colors over
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
And here I see blacks, beige, gray,
Yeah,
green, and it's actually very Scandi colors.
yeah, exactly.
And it's funny because one Swedish lady actually commented on my one outfit that I wore: black trousers, beige, baby blue, white this polo
Yeah.
shirt, and a denim jacket. And she said that beige doesn't look good with black. And like I see a lot of beige and black here, and a lot of beige and black
Yeah,
buildings
I
also.
agree to disagree.
I guess it wasn't my best outfit, but yeah. I was a bit maybe sad that this outfit was not great in her eyes, but I appreciate the comment and give us more comments.
Yeah.
You know, Jordan, we also got some comments from my friend. She said that we look hot.
Yeah, and that's another thing. You think like being a geek about clothes will close some doors. What we are doing here is to also be pleasant to the others and to women as a male. So it doesn't close so many doors. It closes the doors that you don't want to open, to be honest. But the women that appreciate this type of things they have values that will correspond also to you. So you shouldn't
Exactly.
hesitate to be yourself in that
but
regard.
that's also something that we need to talk about on the next podcast episode.
Yeah.
In next podcast episode, because I'm again dating, and you know there are a lot of girls that actually are scared of guys that wear suits.
Probably, and I would say it must depend on the environment because in Sweden, I can imagine it can be like this. I would say that I know that, for example, depending on the cities, but in America, that would be the other way around. You project
Really?
something.
You think that people are not wearing suits? I
No,
would
they
say,
are wearing suit, and I think it's
they
all
are
right.
wearing suits?
Yeah, and there are some places, but it's what
I mean,
it
America is
projects.
big, so I don't know, maybe New York.
Yeah, New York, exactly. New York, definitely. You remember this Ask Oki interview?
Ask Oki.
It was quite interesting what he was saying.
We both shared it that women don't appreciate men in a suit.
Yeah, and he was telling his own experience that was the completely other way around, actually.
Exactly, yeah. So
And
you
I
just choose those women that actually has the same values. If they
Yeah.
if they feel uncomfortable that I have 30 plus pair of shoes and they have just 5.
But then
Like,
that's not
I
the
don't-
person for you. That's
yeah.
it. You know, when you are growing older, your wardrobe is getting bigger and it represents more you. And so you need to date people that well actually feel that they are interested in you.
Yeah, yeah. So that's actually a very good idea for the next episode.
Yeah,
And
talking about dating, because I'm also in the period of dating, so I would say
girls,
quite
hit us up.
quite interesting to show our reflection on this and
Yeah.
our perspective
So
on
that will
this.
be a next episode.
Yeah,
Dating in suits. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, or not in suit, but when she gets home and she all the wardrobe, how to explain this?
Yeah. So that's a wrap
Yeah,
about Pitti. I think we're done with Pitti,
yeah. Well,
unfortunately.
are we? I think we are gonna keep talking about it for quite a few
Yeah, but
episodes.
we cannot be so boring and repetitive all the time.
No, but
So
there's gonna be some
we need to stop. We
probably
need
some
to
stories are gonna come back.
go. We need to go back to our regular life, to accounting, to Excel sheets. Yeah.
Well, yeah, my life is a bit more hectic these days. So, but I will have also a lot of interesting things to talk about this, because just to very give some cliffhanger about it. A lot of you guys know about it, or for the newcomers, I can tell you, I'm working with a Swedish brand in menswear, Blue Jallo, and we have been Stockholm-based for, I mean, as long as we existed, but we are now venturing in other countries, and we are going to open in early fall in Oslo. So it's a really big jump for what we are doing. And on an entrepreneurial side of the spectrum, also, it's going to be very interesting. So I think we're going to have a lot of interesting stories to share in the future as well.
Yeah, not so many menswear guys at PT from Norway. Actually, we
No.
met with just one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and shout out to that guy. I don't remember your name, but I follow you on
We are so bad
Instagram.
with names. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. But you guys are not even better because you have difficulties pronouncing my name. Yeah. So again, that was a wrap. Pitti Uomo 108
Yeah.
2025 summer, and again, Jordan.
Yeah. And you, Michał.
Yes, exactly. See you later, guys. Bye bye. Ciao.
See you guys.